Hello everybody, it's me, your friendly neighbor, and today I'm going to be talking about the new gameplay trailer for Resident Evil 4 VR. No, this is not going to be a follow-up video to me talking about like the cutscenes being cut down or whatever to remove all the sexist undertones and that bullshit. No, it's just going to be my thoughts about the gameplay in the new trailer that was released. Still flawless, still pretty good. Though there is a small gripe that I have to point out, and that is the way they're handling cutscenes in QuickTime events. Now, the gameplay you're seeing is by an IGN reviewer, and if you notice, there in some cutscenes, it cuts to a third-person view that you're watching through a theater, and there are also some moments to where if you get grabbed by a Granado or some shit, it cuts to a third-person theater and you have to shake them off. Or if you have to go through a window or climb a ladder, it cuts to a third-person view of Leon climbing the ladder or jumping out the window. And that kind of bothered me because you're in a first-person game in VR. You're physically in the game. And personally, I feel like a VR title should be working its damnedest to make sure you stay immersed at all times. And I don't know, being grabbed by somebody and then cutting to a third-person perspective and the game wants you to shake it off is going to startle me a lot more than like them grabbing me and being in my face. I'd be a lot more terrified if they were in my face doing it. Because let's bring in the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. If you get too close to a zombie, they can grab you, and they're still in your face. You have to physically shake them off in order to do that. And I don't know, them cutting to a third-person view, it just takes out a lot of that, it takes out a lot of that tension. Because you don't feel like you're there. You feel like you're not part of the game world. Now, I will theorize on why I think this is. If you notice in the gameplay, the person playing is snap turning and teleporting around all over the place. And I fully believe the person they got to play the review has motion sickness issues. If you don't know what motion sickness is, for those who aren't familiar with VR, motion sickness basically you can't really handle movement and other things like that in VR. So they have these special settings that will like accompany that to help, deal with it. And I feel like this person is playing with motion sickness settings turn up to the absolute fucking max. And that's why I believe that it shows these third-person perspectives of Leon doing shit that, quite honestly, you should be doing in-game. Once again, let's talk about the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. When you have to climb a ladder or an object, you have to physically do that yourself. And in Resident Evil 4, or at least in this gameplay trailer, it shows Leon, it cuts to a third-person perspective of Leon doing that. Now, I do believe that you actually will have to physically do these things yourself in the game, because in earlier trailer, it doesn't show a third-person cutscene. It just shows that you just physically jump out the window. It doesn't cut to a third person or anything. So I just believe it's a piss poor job on IGN's part by getting somebody with motion sickness to play a VR title and having to turn the comfort settings all the way up. Now, as far as the cutscenes themselves, I do think with comfort settings turned off, they will be still in first person, although I don't think you'll have the free range of motion to move around as much. You'll probably be stuck in one spot, which does take a little bit of the immersion away, but I think it's way better than viewing it in a fucking third-person perspective, in a box, in a fucking dark-ass room. I think it's way better than that alternatively, because in The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, it's interactive. It's not really any cutscenes going on. It's still, you're in control still. So I do hope they go that route and actually reanimated the cutscenes to accommodate you being in first person. And I hope that third person mode is more tied to the comfort settings. Because I fucking hate comfort settings, and I will get into why I hate comfort settings later. Now, personally, for those who don't know me, I used to have motion sickness when I first started out and playing VR. I'd get a bit queasy if I was playing for too long, and then I'd have to take my headset off and rest for a while because I'd feel so sick. Now, in all that time, I never turned on comfort settings. I don't know why, but comfort settings make me feel a hell of a lot worse when playing VR than the just regular settings itself. It's just really jarring. It bothered me a lot. So every time I'd play a VR game, I'd make sure that the comfort settings were turned off because they're annoying. Now, once again, piss poor job on IGN's part on getting somebody that has motion sickness issues to play a fucking VR title to where they'd have to turn the comfort settings all the way up. But I still like the way the game looks. And yes, I will still be getting the game on first launch. But link down to the review itself will be below. Obviously, there's no spoilers, but then again, it's a fucking video game that's been out for the past 16 years. You don't know what happens in the game, and you get spoiled somehow. That's on fucking you. But what do you guys think? Will you guys be getting this game with me? You guys want to see me play the game on the channel when I get it? I mean, I'm going to be playing for the channel anyway. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.